Alright guys, this is bulk day 16. Today I woke up at 187 pounds. So what it's looking like so far is this is a maintenance for me. This has been a pretty consistent bulk. And when I was at 3,000 calories before I went up to 230, 300, I was not quite gaining weight yet or staying the same. It was seeming that I was getting a little bit lighter. So 3,000 could be a slight cut for me. So right now it is looking like this is a maintenance calorie intake, meaning that eating at 3,300 would be my maintaining calorie if I wanted to stay the same weight. So I'm not going to raise my calories just yet. I'm going to wait. Now it is 8 more days, so it's almost 1 week left, and we'll just see where I am, like I said, at the end of the 2 weeks, okay? So let's get into yesterday's workout. Yesterday was full arm day, biceps, triceps, forearms. Now, I did a arm superset yesterday. So every workout, I supersetted triceps to biceps. The reason why I did that was because I wanted to see my arms fully pumped. Yeah, and also I love the feeling that I get on my arms when it's fully pumped. Also, it is very time efficient. It is good fatigue, good sweat. I get a really good sweat when I do this arm day superset. That is exactly what I did. My first workout was seated tricep dips. I warmed up into this, and then what I was going to superset with was single arm bicep curls, heavy of course for both these workouts. So I did my warm-ups for both. I was going back and forth. It was so funny because the tricep dips was at one side of the gym, and then the dumbbell rack was on the exact other side of the gym. For these 4 sets, I did it for 4 sets. I was just walking back and forth. People were probably so confused what was going on. People were just looking up at me like I was pacing for cardio or something. Yeah, so after the warm-ups, I went into my tricep dips. I went pretty heavy on these dips. I did it to failure. And also what I do like to include sometimes are pause reps. It's kind of, I will call it pause reps, but it's just when I go to failure and I can't do any more. And then I just take a breath, take a second, and then I just bang out a few more. Now I do those for mainly arms most of the time, not really any other body part, sometimes back too, but after I filled out those tricep dips, I sprinted to the other side of the gym. Not actually sprinted, just kidding. And I did my heavy dumbbell curls, and I alternate from arm to arm, going from my left arm to my right arm, and I do count the reps in my head. So if I get 10 on my left, I stop at 10 on my right, even if I could get more with my right. And then the cycle repeated. Now, after doing the curls, I would only take about a 1 minute break in between. By the time I walked back to the dips, it was already 25, 30 seconds gone. So then I would start in like 30 seconds and then cycle continued. Dips to curls, dips to curls, dips to curls. And I ended up doing that superset for 4 sets. I moved on to tricep pushdowns, superset with bicep curls on the cables. I have always done the superset, and the reason why, it's because it's so easy. You don't have to go from this machine to that machine. It's just one machine. You just have to lower the handle. I was already warmed up, so I just jumped right into my tricep. I didn't go as heavy as I normally would. I went a little bit lighter, reason being because I went super heavy on the tricep dips. So I started to get a little bit tired in my triceps. And yeah, so I went slightly lighter than I would normally go. And I don't know if you guys saw my last video for arm day. I said how I like to go close grip tricep pushdowns to wide grip tricep pushdowns after failing the close grip. But this time I didn't do that. I just did close grip to failure, dropped the handle, and then I did bicep curls. Decently heavy weight, pretty good weight. Actually, a pretty heavy weight where I would normally start because my biceps didn't feel that fatigued. I ended up doing this superset back and forth style for, I want to say, 3 sets. Once I completed those, I stayed at the same cable machine and I went to single arm pushdowns. I absolutely love these single arm pushdowns. I do my 5x5 style, so 5 reps in my weaker arm, 5 reps in my right arm, back to my weaker arm, 5 reps, back to my other arm, 5 reps. And then after I do 5 reps for both arms twice, back and forth style, I start going to failure with my weak arm first, and then I match that number with my stronger arm. I explained the reason why I do that in my last video, so if you want to know, go watch the last arm day video. And then I would go superset it with this bicep curl machine that I like using. The machine where your elbows are forced to be raised about neck level, and then you just pull the bar behind your head. You will see in the clips. I really like this one. I get a really good squeeze on my biceps. I don't like to go all the way back. In the beginning of the sets I was, but I noticed I started getting a little bit of pain, and I definitely don't want to hyperextend. So I started going about, I want to say just past halfway point of going all the way down, and then I would squeeze and I would do those. Those felt really good. I started heavy with those curls, and then I dropped the weight down slowly as my sets progressed. So with this superset, with the tricep pushdowns to the machine curls, I stayed here for, I want to say 5 sets. I did end up going lighter for both. I started going lighter as the sets gone on. And yeah, yesterday I did a lot of volume. And also note for triceps, I really only did pushdowns. I didn't do any ropes. I didn't do any behind the head. I did pushdowns, and that's because it felt really, really good doing them. And I like to say, if something feels good, why switch it up? You know, just, so that's what I did. I did a lot of volume yesterday. I want to say about, for biceps and triceps, I did about 12 or 13 sets. I just felt very energized. I felt good. I had a lot of food in me, and I felt really strong. I had a good pump. After this last superset, I went to show you my pump. When I was walking in to the room where I do take my videos for the pump checks, I noticed I forgot my tripod. So I had to kind of hold the phone like this and record me flexing. Doesn't look great. I wish I was in the other room where I just had my back pump that I showed you guys, because that room is really good lighting. But my arms, they were definitely very, very, very pumped. I felt them. What I like to do is I like to check if after arms are complete, I like to check if my hand, if I can touch the top of my shoulder after my pump. That means that it's a really good pump. That's also how I like to test to see if my pump is finished. But it's more by feel per se, more by feel. Yeah, but that is a good way to tell if your arms are pumped. Now, don't think if you're a beginner that will be how you should test your pump, because that's definitely after you've been working out for a little while, and also after you have a lot of food in you. Because when I was cutting down, I could always touch the top of my shoulder with my fingers, because also I have very, very long arms. That's one. Once my bulk has gone on for a little while, once I have more food in me, it's literally impossible for me to touch the top of my shoulder. Yeah, so after I do show you guys my pump, I do go and I finish off forearms. I don't show you guys a video because it was in the last arm day video. It was the exact same workouts that I did with the bar on the cables. I ended up only doing like 3. My forearms already felt pretty pumped, I guess, from the curls. That is why I wear straps, to avoid that happening, so I can solely put all the focus on my bicep, because that's my intended muscle I'm trying to work. But my forearms were very, very pumped yesterday, so the 3 sets, I called it there. I thought it was pretty good. And then I finished off calves. Now with calves, I started with seated, front of the calf and the back of the calf. I did 5 sets of those, and then I went to the standing, and I finished off there with 3 more sets. So I ended up doing about 8 sets. So normally when I do calves, I like to go on my tippy toes and push straight up and imagine this is my foot. I like to go on my tippy toes, and then when I'm going down, I go all the way down, and then I push straight up as high as I can on my tippy toes. But I saw a video from a little man named Jeffrey Nippard, and how instead of just being on your toes, go on the ball of your foot right under your toes, and then kind of go down as far as you can, and then go up as far as you can. And if you're doing it like that, you can't go up very far. But imagine like you're constantly rolling on the ball. If you do calves, you'll know what I mean. It's like that part right under your toes. So yeah, I tried it like that yesterday and it felt really good actually. So I might start incorporating some of those too. Yeah, pretty successful arm day. My weight has been pretty consistent, and honestly, it is a good sign. It is a good thing, so I can't always complain about it because at the end of the day, I'm not losing weight. So I know that I am at least eating correctly, the right amount at least right now. And I definitely am getting stronger. I'm definitely looking bigger, and yeah, so far so good. My abs are still there. They're still visible, still looking good, honestly. And I'm still looking vascular. So far, everything has been as I predicted, knock on wood. But yeah, next workout will be full leg day. Now, I'm not sure if I will do a lot of pressing or not. A lot of pressing meaning like above 5 sets, so maybe six sets, 7. That's a lot of pressing. Because last leg day, I did only leg press, but I didn't go that heavy, so my knees feel okay. I'll see when I get to the gym. Either way, it will be a good leg day. This leg day will have to be hamstring focused a little bit more because I didn't really hit hamstrings a lot last time. And yeah, so I will catch you guys in the next one, baby.